Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Last Epoch. It is a hack and slash action RPG as part of my hack and slash action RPG lightning round, where I'm trying to figure out if any of these are good. I got Bork. Let's not play Bork though. Bork just looks a little too intense for me. So who do we want to play as? We got 5 different characters that I can potentially play as. I should probably mention this is in beta, so it's not done yet. I don't know what it's missing necessarily, but still. So we got a rogue. We've got an acolyte who is a lich, necromancer, and warlock. I'm really big on the whole minion mastery thing. Okay, so we're gonna be playing as Necro Lady, and we're just gonna call her Necro Lady. Do we call her Necro Lady? No. Needs pants badly. Perfect. I could also just go with boner, but I think that's a little too lowbrow.
I am the acolyte. I was raised in the city of Welrin amongst countless books and countless fools. My master was a kind man, but he was as useless as the others. My ambitions took me elsewhere, to the arts forbidden by the elders of the city. I was found out and exiled. They feared my power. I've learned so much in my travels since, but word has come that Welrin has been conquered. I would like to see this with my own eyes.
Okay, Forest Trail, Divine Era, blah, hello, movement, left click, or use the joystick on your gamepad to move. Okay, give me a second, let me turn this on. If I can play these games in a controller, I absolutely will. Oh, dang. Well, it takes... Oh, there it is. Perfect. Oh, man. Any of these games with controller support
I wonder
immediately...
if any of Welrin's elders remember me. They'll realize exiling me was a mistake.
Playing any of these games with controller support is huge in my book. I realize it's kind of a small thing, but it is... I find I tend to... So I've got a repetitive strain injury. I'm noticing it's a little hard to pick targets, but maybe that's not a big deal. Yeah, it's probably not a big deal. Health potions. Don't care. How do I... There we go. Oh, is there a way to turn off chat? I should check that. Let's see. All disabled chat. Thank you. Perfect. I don't need to see chat. I don't care to see chat. Let's see. Can't rise from the dead? No, not currently. I think I've just got blood magic for the moment, but that is okay. But yeah, I have a repetitive strain injury, and so the repetitive clicking of most hack and slash action RPGs tends to be a little onerous. Like, it hurts. Okay, so we've unlocked summon skeletons. Come, my boner minions. How many of you guys do I get? Looks like I get 3. 1 archer and 2 just basic Skelebros. I'll take it. You don't want to see us? Oh no, cries. I'm sorry, live audience. It's the internet chat that I'm not cool with. Gosh, what was I? I was playing Final Fantasy XIV recently, and normally the chat and the player base for that is like super positive, but they were really getting heated about Sonnet Chew or something like that. I don't remember. I turned it off almost immediately, but it was like the first time I had unfiltered internet chat outside of like a curated community space. And I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's a lot of weird, creepy people on the internet. And, you know, I can work with it within, you know, the wholesome verse, within, I might actually have to turn some things up a little bit. I turned it down tremendously just in case it was gonna, oops, nope. Looks like I gotta do this. I guess I don't want to turn it up too much because I really want to just mostly hear the voice acting when she voice acts. There we go. But yeah, wholesome verse, my own audience, and most of the social media that I'm plugged into, which is mostly just game dev Twitter. You know, I almost never actually have to interact with unfiltered internet opinions. So is this better? Nah. 8 armor, 17 armor. Yep, it's fair. Alright, how do I close out of this? There we go. And we have this person. Hello!
Greetings, traveler. Care to see my
on
wares?
Careful on the road.
Okay, so the UI on the shop isn't quite perfect. Let's see, how do I just sell? Nope, I have no idea. Okay, so
Greetings, traveler. Care to see my wares?
it seems like it's still probably a good idea
Careful on the road.
to use keyboard mouse a little bit, but at least for running around and attacking, I can totally hit stuff. Wait, the description for the music volume? Is there actually a thing? Music volume, absolute bangers for you old gamers. Okay, when we're done with this, can you guys remind me to name this video that? Just when it goes up on YouTube, because I think I just need to name it that and just hope people either get the reference or are just fine with it, because that is way too amazing for me not to just yoink. This is very Diablo. Yeah, so the last game we played was Victor Vran, which was a little bit more action combat, using, you know, Q and E, which I guess this game probably does too. But it didn't have click to move. It was WASD movement. This is much more legitimately in line with like Diablo 2 and whatnot. So if you're looking for something a little closer to that specific style, this is it. Even down to the kind of grungy, semi-realistic environments, the muted color palettes and some other things. Frankly, I'm super down with it though. It performs really well, and the addition of controller support works really well. Find when a game has global chat and people are arguing in it. It's easy to diffuse this situation by yelling, "I like butter." Somebody was saying earlier that they were mimicking my stupid mayor voice, and managed to confuse somebody out of trying to fight them. Found a passive point. Ooh, click on the button to enhance and customize your character. We also got marrow shards. Fires sharpened bones from your body. Ugh. Bones pierce through enemies, inflicting physical damage instead of mana. Consumes health. Oh boy. Okay, passive system. Gaining passive node points. Gain passive points by leveling up and completing quests. Currently you have access to your base class passives. You'll have the opportunity to choose a mastery class during your adventure. Once you choose a mastery class, you'll gain access to the left section of each mastery and the right section of your chosen mastery. Okay, so we got Forbidden Knowledge, Extra Intelligence, and Necrotic Resistance. Armor and Minion Armor. Increased damage and minion damage. And it looks like we have to get Acolyte level whatever. Interesting. Kind of basic. I was expecting more to this, but I know there's a bigger tree elsewhere. What's alt? Okay, each point of intelligence grants 4% ward retention and improves skills that rely on carefully studied magic, such as Rip Blood and Summon Skeleton. Yeah, let's do that. I don't necessarily know which is good, but still. But yeah, we've got Bone Spear already. From what I remember of Necromancers in Diablo, like, that pretty much is a guaranteed victory right off the bat. Ooh, damage is good. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I've been wanting to play this game for a long time. It was... So I think I saw this at PAX West 2019, and I sat down for like the briefest moment, played it for a bit, and I'm like, I'm not really that interested. And I've been beating myself up about that ever since, because I think at the time I was looking for like really unique indie games, and I wasn't really interested in a hack and slash action RPG, mostly owing to the fact that, you know, Diablo existed and I was tired of Diablo, and so I think let's see, skill specialization, skill panel with S. Alright, first passives. Gonna put another one in there, and then let's take a look at this. So, viewing augment trees. Click on a skill. Use a new skill. Wait, what? Specialize in skills. You can specialize in up to 5 skills by clicking on unlock specialization slot located above, which unlock as you level up. Specializing in a skill allows you to gain skill points for that skill by earning experience, which you can use to empower and augment it. Okay, well, we're gonna grab Summon Skeleton. Oh my god. Holy shit. Hi? Skeletons have increased attack speed, cast speed, and movement speed. Summon more skeletons. Increased crit chance, but you can only have one. Summon at once. Skeleton warriors are removed from the pool of skeletons that can be summoned. Skeleton archers use fire arrows. Okay. Yeah, so every single skill has its own passive. That's kind of big. Okay, so that's you can summon more. I guess I'm gonna probably go under Necrotic Conviction. I want to head over for Hollow Walkers just to... I just want to get as many as I can. Maybe. I will think about this. Alright, and we also have whatever this is, which is apparently summon ghosts. What is this thing? Can I do anything with it? Nope, it just looks sick. Cool. We doing a Minion Master build? Yup. I don't know about you guys, but I've always been big on the Minion Master builds when it comes to these games. I think largely just because you can't really do Minion Master in a lot of other games. Why can I not open this? That's weird. Oh, I see. So the controller support isn't perfect. I wonder if I actually can interact with it. Hey, Shrine. If I can... Nope. Guess I gotta click on it. There's probably some better way of actually reaching some of these things.
Feel my wrath.
But I don't know how to do it with the controller. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say you can fully replace what you're doing with controller, but for a just like wandering around and hitting stuff side of things, absolutely can. It's so nice to be able to just kind of hold a button and just insta-gib anything in range. Or maybe not insta-gib, but you know. Like, I didn't even see those enemies. I just saw the health bar pop up and I'm like, murder? Murder! They didn't even see me coming. They weren't allowed to. Whew. That's a spicy group of enemies. There we go. I'm really digging this. I knew I was going to. So I guess I didn't talk about this when I was playing Victor Vran at the very least. But I grew up with Diablo 2. I didn't play a whole lot of Diablo 1. I've never beaten it. And I might never, actually. But I was very much into Diablo 2. The amount of different classes that you could play as, the amount of different things that you could do. Ooh, Harvest. Replace basic attack in your action bar. Eee, exciting. Let's see. But like you could be anything, play as anything. And from my own perspective, ooh, that's nice. I was big on Barbarian and Necromancer. I did a little bit on Paladin. I think Paladin was my first class. But I didn't like the aura system as much, and I didn't mess with the rest of their abilities, because I really didn't like mana management as a kid. It was just too much for me to keep track of, and so I just never did. So Barbarian was kind of a no-brainer. Just go hard on passives, and then just Whirlwind until you're out of juice, and then wait. And it was nice. Wait, Diablo 1 is not owned by Blizzard, since it's a Sierra game, and also available through Good Old Games. Wait, really? That's true? That's interesting. I don't think I'd play it all the same, but I like the idea of that. I think it might have been published by Sierra. Ah, Hellfire's owned by Sierra. Okay. Yeah, one way or another with this action RPG, hack and slash action RPG lightning round, I will not be covering a single Diablo product. I do realize that I have a... Oh, hello? Saying A over these people, but doesn't look...
Help me.
Okay, this guy needs help. Fine. It took her. The shard is in danger. Who did they take? Nina, my daughter. There's only so long before they find out she has the shard. There's little time. Please help us. The shard? Our people, the keepers, have protected the shard since the beginning of memory. It must be kept from the others, kept from the temple. Terra, save us. I'll do what I can. Thank you. Forgive me for laying this fate upon you. Boop. Oh, we got another thing. All right. Let's see. Can I? Nope. There we go. And looks like we got another thing. What is this? Oh, more skill specialization. So what else do we have? So harvest. Melee attack hits all enemies in an area in front of you, dealing double damage to those that are cursed. Wandering spirits. Reveals wandering spirits around you for 6 seconds. Wander at random, dealing necrotic damage over time to enemies that pass through. 4 are revealed after casting, and 13 more are revealed after 6 seconds. Huh, interesting. Might be a fun thing to invest into. Rip blood. So restores health. So good combination with marrow shards. I can specifically specialize into 5 skills total, but there's also the necromancer, the lich, and... Oh, is it just the necromancer and lich? Warlock's not in the game yet. Frankly, I'm just going to go down the necromancer line. Let's see. So let's take a look at summon skeleton and then summon more skeletons. Wait. Okay. Oh, do I have to max this out? I guess I do. Well, it's okay. Extra health, extra damage. Works for me. Oh, there's the warlock? Huh. I guess they just weren't listed. It doesn't matter. It truly does not matter to me. The one immediate problem with me having these summons is the summons are not nearly as aggressive at, like, hunting down enemies and killing them. But maybe that's fine. Ah, you need 2 dots. Look at the skill. Perfect. Okay, let's see. So what I was going to say. Right. Just talking about not wanting to play Diablo. So as much as I love those games growing up, I cannot in good conscience currently support Blizzard. That, you know, the company is not the company. Well, I don't know, actually. To some degree, I think it is the same company that I grew up with. I just didn't realize it. But I'd also say that chances are that company changed dramatically with this success, and I'm not able to pick these things up anymore. I think it changed quite dramatically with the success of World of Warcraft. And that, here, we should probably dump everything that is just a white item. Hermit Staff, extra melee damage, spell damage, nah. These are boring. I might as well grab this one. Maybe extra damage over time? Sure. I mean, it's better than having a shield. Shields aren't... I don't actually know if shields are even that good for this character. I'll keep it, though. There we go. But I'm assuming it's probably at least in part, the success of World of Warcraft that maybe slowly corrupted them? I don't actually know on that one. Because I think that's a bit subjective, and probably some internet historian can actually point at it. Or maybe some reviews, give or take. Yeah, I don't think you can call it the same company when 90% of the staff is there. It's true, but like, I want to say the Cosby Suite. Was that a 2010 thing? I don't remember. There's some like really heinous garbage that Blizzard had gotten up to. Blizzard employees had gotten up to behind closed doors, plus there's Bobby Kotick and a bunch of other things. And it just seems like a good old boys club. I went to college with a lot of these people, including, to some degree, oh, I see. Maybe I just need to have my cursor on my character to get it to work right. But, you know, a lot of these guys will absolutely kind of see an opportunity and abuse it for whatever reason. Be it, you know, creepy behaviors or just being awful to people that they see as lesser. And so, like, I can totally see how this could have happened throughout the years. It just, you know, was swept under the rug for so long, up until it can no longer be swept under the rug. So I truly do not know, you know, if old Blizzard was good, or if they just made good games. And I think for me, I think it doesn't matter. And hey, thank you Shadewalker for the raid, and welcome on in. We were playing last Epoch. If I'm going to assume maybe if you're raiding you might have been playing it, or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, it is a super promising action RPG. If you've ever played the Diablo series, this is a really good successor from what I've seen so far. You can yeet boxes into bits, and it works really well.
Feel my wrath.
And most of Old Blizzard split off to Flagship and ArenaNet. And Runic? I think in a couple other ones. Let's see. But yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to say like whether or not this is an Old Blizzard thing. Yeah, there we go. Now it's functional. I just got to keep my cursor near my character to get it working. So Runic came after Flagship burned. Got it. Let's see. I'm just gonna bust boxes. I actually know if this is really worth it. I really wish I could tell my skeletons to just go murder boxes. But alas, they just hug me like needy little children. But yeah, one way or another, I think after the success of World of Warcraft.
There's nowhere to run. Surrender the shard.
Nope. Wait, we have the shard? I think they're mistaken. I'm pretty sure I do not have the shard.
You
But that's
shall
okay.
burn.
Looks like my skeleton was actually fine this entire
You
time.
dare defy Raya's will.
I'm not actually sure if my bone spears are hitting him.
My talents will tear
They are a
you
little bit.
apart.
Come, Bonermen. I need you to defend me.
Raya's flames, aid me!
There we go. Goodbye, sir. Hello. Oh, right. She's the one with the shard. Perfect. You can order your minions to attack with A. Ah, good to know. Thank you.
Did Balthus send you?
I see Raye's forces are not yet finished with us. We don't have much time before more of them arrive. Why were they attacking you? My people have guarded the shard since the days when Atera still spoke with us. Raye's commanders learned of its existence and have been hunting us down. They do not know the threat it poses. If it were to be rejoined with the others, what do we do?
Raye's forces are not finished with us. We don't have much time before more of them arrive.
What? Alright. That was weird. Okay. Please take the shard with you and protect it with your life. I'll distract the reinforcements. Quickly, use the shard. Cool. Before you lies the relic the woman was holding. Now that it is away from her, it burns with a light that seems to call to you. Whee! Take the shard. Confusing magic. Town portal. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this reminds me of the Phantasy Star loading screens. Oh, but I can't shift or move it in any way, shape, or form. My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is not runes. I'm having a good day. Today was a great day. Alright, so we've got some quests done. Let's take a look at our passives. Boop for more forbidden knowledge, and
This place is fascinating.
goopy. I wonder what it smells like. You there, what are you doing so far from the refuge? Hello!
What's Atera's name?
What are you doing here? Only rangers and elders are allowed out here, and you don't look like a cultist. Come on, let me escort you back to the refuge. Where am I? You managed to wander to the surface somehow. I don't know if our shift change was sloppy or if the rumors of the wards coming weaker are true. But either way, I've got to get you back before the void corrupts you. The void? What are you talking about? Ah, this must be your first time to the surface then. Look around you. That dark tar consuming everything is the void. Surprised how it looked on my first expedition as well. But it's every bit as deadly as the stories say. All the more reason to get you back to the last refuge. Being out here without the proper wards is just asking for trouble. Let's hope the elders don't find any corruption on you, eh? Sure, why not? I love how the calcium crew is falling behind so dutifully. I love that description. Oh yeah, they will actually just go out and attack. Perfect. Remind me, if I ever play a necromancer in any game, to name my skeleton army the Calcium Crew. Holy shit, that is such a good name. Okay, how do I access my inventory again? I don't know. That? There we go. Okay, I should just keyboard and mouse this. Okay, these are better. I think. I'm not really in the interest of reading these items too much. I'm appreciating the loot variety a lot. 13 health? Yeah, sure, why not? Oops, why did I even do that? Okay, and unfortunately, that's not the most discerning, but it's fine. Okay, here we go. Hey, thank you, Nalfine Dur. Nalfine Dur? Nalfine Fane Dur? Dear? For the sub, and welcome on in. Sorry, I had to play that one out a little bit.
Feel my wrath.
Okay. First, one tip, first playthrough, dump everything you don't need, keep rings and amulets, gold if you're short. I don't know what I need or don't need yet. So what I do with a lot of these games is I go until I'm either stuck. I've lost my cursor. Alright, that's weird. It's fine. I go until let's see. I go until I can't go anymore, either because the enemies are harder or my inventory is full. Then I go through everything, figure out what's good or not, and then, yeah, potentially just throw it away. I don't actually know how necessary gold is. Historically, my experience with gold and hack and slash action RPGs is very much just like, I mean, if you want to gamble, sure, but otherwise, eh. Bonoretta and the Calcium Crew. I think I'm Skeletorina and the Calcium Crew.
Terra watch over you.
You there, I don't recognize you. Do not tell me that the guard led a cultist straight to us. Wait, I can sense something strange about you. Is that the shard?
Someone told me to protect it.
Protect it? We need it to protect us. The fact that it's not in the council chambers must be why the wards have fallen and the void is flooding into the last refuge. I will get to the bottom of how and why you have it later. What's important is that it's returned. Find Guard Captain Braven inside the city. He will ensure that it's put back in its proper place.
Why don't you take it to him?
Well, I'm in no shape to go back in there. I do not want to face those things again. Creatures made of the void's darkness. Friends twisted by its malevolence. I'm not going back there.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm digging the music so far. Victor Vran was kind of okay music-wise. This feels a lot more ambient. It's got a good ambiance to it. And yet... Oh, what is this? Hello? Oh, we have a new point. Yes. Can I? Yes. Perfect. So, yeah, 2 points to get to some of these, or longer. Oh, interesting. Shambling steel. Skeleton archers are removed. Neat. Not sure how much I care, but useful all the same. So you order your minions to attack with A. Not sure what it Not sure what it is on the controller. I think it is also A. Gold is needed in the game to respec your passive tree. Best use gold so far is buying tabs for your stash. Ah, got it. Because I know in Diablo it was just kind of like maybe a couple of items, especially early on you wanted to buy. But then once you're actually used to farming bosses and whatnot, loot is... Well, bosses are like the only way to get stuff from what I remember. Are they absolute bangers for you gamers? What a comment. Listen, I overheard your conversation with Elder Buron. Looks like you'll be heading to the council chambers. I'll stay here. They need me here. Stay safe. Ooh, enjoying the visual design on the floor here. Floors are something that is I want to say wildly under. Is the goop moving? Yes, the goop is moving. Floors are something that I think is wildly underrated in video games. I find often most players tend to play with their camera pointed down a little bit, and that means that, like, you're seeing the floor more than you're seeing anything else, but floors are very rarely actually the thing that anybody cares to show.
Yes?
You there. You're not fighting the void, and you need to go back to the surface. Last refuge is falling. You need to get to the shard to the council chambers. What? The council chambers at the center of the city near the roof of the cavern. We're on the very edge of the city. There's a chance. Elder Ezra is trapped back there deeper in the city. If he hasn't teleported himself back yet, he may take you with him. Wouldn't count on it, though. Elder Ezra isn't the most charitable sort. Boop.
Yes?
Okay.
Gods be
On
with
we
you.
go.
Feel my
Oh, good.
wrath.
The good old waypoint teleport circle. I like the animation. Having the strength shard. Having the slight rotation aspect to it actually looks really nice. There's also gambling for base items to craft into better gear. I'm sure there's tons of things. To be honest, so I guess if you guys are just tuning in, I'm specifically doing a hack and slash action RPG lightning round. Whoa, hello. This is sick. There's a lot there. Methinks we're not in Kansas anymore, though. Oh, yeah, zoom that out. Look at that. Take that in. That's exciting. But anyway,
Minimus,
let's talk to this man.
You fought them off. It's too late for me, but there's others trapped in the outskirts. Help them evacuate to the council chambers.
I'll help them.
Thank you. Wick and the rest of my regiment are trapped past the bridge ahead. We tried to save Grund, the Groll farmer, but he's still defending his damn beasts. Elder Mossburn was escorting a group as well. They got separated from us. It must be deeper in the caves. Once you've found them, find Captain Lior in the council chambers. As for me, Captain Braven will take care of Minimus, even if he has to drag the mud away from my body.
What? Why can I not recruit dog? I guess it makes sense. Let's see. But yeah, because Diablo 2 Resurrected came out recently, I'm in a really big, like, play a Diablo-esque game kind of mood. But the thing is, I have no interest in playing Diablo. And so I want to try as many different ones as I can. From, you know, the many... Oh, nope. I see. No, we have an unspent skill. Wait, what? Hi. Okay, what is this? Is it skills? Skills and specializations. It gave me a point leading me here, but I don't know what I'm missing. Oh, probably just Bone Curse. Bone Curse actually seems like it might be kind of good. I'm gonna snag it instead of... Wait, can I switch some of these around? Cool. I'm gonna try Rip Blood there, Bone Curse here. There we go. And we got room for one more passive. I don't know... Oh, right. It's click to move. Duh. Got it. Okay, where am I going?
Feel my wrath.
I have no idea. But yeah, I figure Bone Curse is probably a solid option if I want to actually use the Calcium crew. There we go. Though, admittedly, I think I'm going to be more of a backline kind of person. And it does not like moving around while I've got the mouse. I'm noticing that immediately. It's okay. Okay, can I pop this? Yes. Water Shrine, extra mana regen. Not that I'm really using mana for much, am I? Because it seems like most of my moves don't use it. At least the ones that I need it for. That's fine. But yeah, so I'm trying to play through as many of these as possible, so I can actually make a recommendation video talking about the absolute, generally the absolute best competitors to Diablo Resurrected, if that makes sense. So I'm probably only going to be kind of surface level today as opposed to actually playing correctly. So I'm going to make a number of mistakes, mostly just because, like, you know, it's kind of hard to care if I'm only going to play for an hour.
Gods be with you.
The void is tearing the last refuge apart. We tried fleeing, but all this destruction has turned this place into a maze. I've doomed the people who trusted me to lead them out.
I've cleared a path. Flee.
What? You have my thanks. Quickly, let's leave this place.
Nope.
Stay safe.
Hey, what's this? Cur, you missed a mushroom. Belcor. What? Okay, looks like I can keep just exploring around. Hello, people.
Yes.
Last refuge is being overrun. Where are the other elders? Yes, Mossburn is a feeble old man. We need the other elders to leave the council chambers for once and help us. Cool. Bye. Let's see, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm just everywhere. I'm just gonna read this. Last Epoch has a lot of promise. Can't wait until they add the remaining subclasses. I mean, honestly, yeah, I'm super impressed with what I've seen so far. It's weird. Has there ever been a genre or a subgenre of, like, I don't want to call them clones, derivative games, you know, very much pulled from kind of a source series. Oh, I was casting the Bone Curse over and over again like a goof. But you know, has there ever been a more high quality selection of like games from a derivative series. I'm specifically thinking of deck builder roguelikes recently. There's been an absolute metric ton of them, but they're all kind of boring. You know, the only ones that really came close are like Vault of the Void, Arcanum, and Monster Train, and maybe like one or two others that are pretty good, but most of them are kind of just humdrum and standard, and not very fun, or, you know, don't really step out from the shadow of the games that came before. Admittedly, this is very similar to Diablo in a lot of ways. I guess another one would be, I mean, roguelikes in general. Yeah, there are a lot of traditional roguelikes that are absolutely fantastic. I shouldn't discount those. Oh gosh, what else has there been? My brain was just going, oh, Souls-likes. Souls-likes are like the complete opposite of this, where, you know, playing a Souls-like, for example, is very much just kind of, ooh, dagger? Can I dual wield? I'm just gonna chuck stuff on the ground. Oh, it doesn't look like it can. Alright, so extra damage, chance to bleed on hit. And another Gladius of Wounds. I'm still not really sure how much I care. I'm just throwing on the fancy bits. Can I... offhand. Okay, melee damage. Nah. I'm just gonna toss everything that we don't care about. No. Don't care about these. Really don't care about these. Don't care about that. Definitely don't care about that. What is this? Is that... oh, wait, no. It's a cage. Wait. Is this like a weird... oh, it's like a Chromask muzzle thing. Creepy. But not that unusual for a character like this. That's better than my weird bone pile, I think. Melee void damage. I think I'm mostly fine. I'm going to hold on to some of these just because, but probably toss them all. Actually, let's just toss everything that we most definitively do not need. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh, appearance. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you, Boner Crew, for more or less just making so I don't have to worry about a dang thing. Was that... I got a new skill? I probably did. Okay, so what is this? Whenever a nearby enemy, ally, or minion dies, you have a 10% chance to gain a ward. Your minions have increased attack and cast speed. Also applies to you if you have used a minion skill in the last 10 seconds. Or extra vitality and minion vitality. Useful. When damage leaves you below half health, summon a revenant. Melee minion with decaying health. Neat. And potentially interesting. Oh, Hungering Souls. Calls forth 5 Hungering Souls that seek out enemies. On hit, they deal necrotic damage, then possess the target. Ooh, that's useful. I'm gonna grab Dark Rituals, and then I'm gonna equip Hungering Souls, because I think I'm gonna use that a little bit more. I know the melee weakness would be still. Let's see. Here we go. Path of Exile paved the path for a lot more Diablo clones, but I'm not sure if that's really the case, though. I mean, it is, but a lot of them existed beforehand. Obviously, this one came after, but like Torchlight, for example, and Grim Dawn existed before Path of Exile, or at least somewhat simultaneously. So I think, while I agree with you, I think there was already that tradition of making fine hack and slash action RPGs. Oh, they're like armadillo things, but with spiky tails. You there. I don't know who you are, but I can see you. I see you can fight. Get to the council chambers and ask for aid as soon as you can. Here to relay orders to evacuate. Get out of here.
Farewell.
Cool. Done. D&D likes. Yeah, there has been an absolute... There have been a ton of, like, really... Wow, okay, this soul move is super good.
Feel my wrath.
It looks like I really only want to cast it occasionally. It might do some impact damage, but it's mostly a damage over time. I don't know. Maybe I have to rethink this whole Bonermancer thing. I mean, I like the boners, and I'll probably keep him around, but still. The Calcium crew. Got it. I think they upped the game a bit, but there are certainly a lot of games coming out in the Diablo 2 style too. Path of Exile just did things slightly better personally. Yeah, I think that's specifically that Path of Exile raised the bar, but part of my point is in this, like, you really don't see a whole lot of mediocre Diablo style action RPGs. Like, they're all baseline pretty good. A lot of different flavors of the same, for better or worse. Can I pick these up? No, looks like we're kind of limited on them. Okay, there's the map. Get rid of that. Perfect. A lot of good similar XCOM games out there. Yeah, it's fair. There aren't a whole lot of them. But yeah, I think that's a good point. Hey, and thank you, Koveth, for the 40-month resub. Tier 2, too. Thanks so much. Let's see. Looks like you're having fun with another summoner build. I love summoner builds. They're very unique to these games, which is why I think I always play them. Because, you know, you don't really do a summoner build in, like, hack and slash JRPG. It's just not a thing that you can do.
My wrath.
Nor is it something you can do. Like, you can do it in Terraria. That's the only other game that I can immediately think of. Ah, my belt only holds 3. Cool. Let's see. I've had a much harder time finding good games that are like XCOM. Did enjoy Phoenix Point. There was it called Phantom Protocol or something? It's, there's a Good Shepherd one that is pretty decent. That's more like Cold War spy era stuff. I remember that one being pretty decent. It didn't run on my computer when it came out, but I remember it being decent all the same.
Feel my wrath.
But the other one that I would actually recommend within that vein, well, there's two. There's, this is a bit of a hot take one, but Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle is, I like that better than XCOM.
What brings you
Phantom Doctrine. Yeah, that one's neat. What are these creatures? They're slaughtering my beasts and driving them mad. I cleared a path. Get out of here.
Terra's grace be with you.
Terra's grace be with you. Bye. But Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle is probably one of the best XCOM likes I think I've ever played. To the point where it actually ruined games like XCOM for me. Mainly, I don't like the procedural generation in games like XCOM. I actually find that really frustrating, because you often are just kind of there for a while playing them, as opposed to really, really progressing. Whereas the Mario Rabbids one is just like, yeah, there's like 30 levels, and then that's it. And then you're done. And then there's some bonus stuff. Do the XCOM series count as XCOM-like games? If so, those are amazing. I would say so, yes. Their combat system, you know, obviously they edge a little bit more towards CRPG, but I would still say that they are XCOM style. Really, it's team customization, ammo management, cover-based combat, chance to miss, and then a wide variety of like tricks and abilities that you can utilize to win. And I think that's all that's really necessary to be compared to an XCOM style game. Let's see, anything here? I'm curious what the shards do. I'm assuming they're either for crafting or there's like another character customization thing. Oh right, and turn-based. And generally grid-based? There's a couple other ones. I, kind of in the same vein as what I'm doing right now with Last Epoch, is I would love to go through a number of these genres and actually, really figure out, like, what are the best games from this genre? Or at least, you know, what are a number of the really good ones? And, you know, what makes that genre that genre? Because I think that's really interesting. I realize a lot of people get kind of itchy when you start talking about that sort of thing. Fire Emblem Three Houses is another one then? No, it's not. That's a tactical RPG. A turn-based strategy RPG, but not an XCOM style one. You're not using cover to your advantage. And I'd actually say your toolbox is pretty limited. That each character more or less just might have some interesting abilities, but for the most part, you're just
You there, help me.
unrelenting void maul of rage, more like paste. The calcium crew leaves nothing standing.
Go on, I'll be right behind you.
Anything else? Nope. Well, whoop. Oh no, we're in the council chambers. But I think specifically, I want to say ranged combat is important as part of it as well. The game genres are weird, like fighting games. When I say that, you think of things like Street Fighter, but Call of Duty is about fighting. The game you're playing is about fighting. But I think this is more of kind of like a language convention more than like a hard and fast rule. That when you start including things, it's like, well, of course Dark Souls is a fighting game. It's got PvP and you're fighting other people. And it's like, I mean, I guess it's true. And I would say that you could maybe get away with that if you were talking about Absolver. But I think Dark Souls starts departing a little bit because the focus is not the fighting. But yeah, it is interesting to think about. And that's why I want to focus on this. On these, you know, maybe pigeonholing a little hard. But actually sitting down to say like, yeah, this is... you know, these are this is the XCOM genre. What? Did you come here from the last refuge outskirts? So you helped with the evacuation. We're in your debt. We may need more of your aid yet. Goodbye. And we've got transplant, whatever that does. Alright, transplant. Creates a new body for you at the target location, then detonates your old body to deal physical damage to enemies around it. Instead of mana, your current health is consumed. That is so metal! I love it! Alright, oh, we can specialize in a new thing. I don't know if I want to specialize into anything yet. Maybe Hungering Souls? Let me take a look at it. Fires additional projectiles, costs more mana. I mean, it actually seems really good. We could consider quite a lot of different potential builds. But some part of me is wondering, it's like, maybe going Bonermancer is actually a bad move. Go for pure caster boy. Let's see. Yeah, what else would I even want to invest into? Maybe Rip Blood is the other one. Oh, Rip Blood leaves a stench on a target, causing your enemies, your minions to prioritize attacking it. That's not a bad idea. Rip Blood hits have a chance to create a blood splatter at the target, dealing damage to other enemies around it, but not the original target. Huh. Chance to cause enemies to bleed. Gushing wounds. Bleed chance is converted over to poison. Costs less mana and has increased attack cast speed. When you're out of mana, Rip Blood is free. Huh. Blood orbs grant additional health. Can be cast on your minions. Can only be cast on your enemies, but heals you more. Interesting. Oh, Blood Splatter deals more damage for each minion you currently control. Multiplicative with other modifiers. Oh, Rip Blood will automatically cast itself on a nearby enemy if it kills the enemy, but no longer creates blood orbs. The effect can repeat and chain to other enemies. Cannot trigger if you're out of mana. What? Does that mean you just... Oh, I see. So it just, if I kill something with it, it immediately attacks again. I don't know, I kind of like this. Here, let's see. Let's go for Splatter for the time being. Let's specialize into this. I'd like to go for Eviscerate, but I might start running out of juice. So I think I'd want to get a couple points in Thirst before I go for Eviscerate. So let's start with the just overall Splatter. There we go. It's going to turn out to be an awesome series. Wander goes through different genres, showing off the best representatives for each one. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I think it reflects a little bit better of what I want to do with my channel going forward, at least to some degree. I can sense that you have a shard of the Epoch, but that's impossible. Who are you? Tell Elder Gaspar how you gain the shard. Okay, passive point, gold, EXP. I see, we've relied on the power of our shard for ages, always assuming the others were lost, and it seems only tapping into a fraction of its potential. You were brought forward in time by the shard. If you want to return to your time, we will need to use them together. If the void does not consume us first, of course. What's going on? What is the void? The void fell upon our world hundreds of years ago. All-consuming darkness spread across the surface and drove us to these caves, this last city of humanity, last refuge. Now that the void has finally found us, it will reach this place and snuff us out as well. What are the shards? They are the shards of the Epoch, a relic that has existed since before the days of man. It is said to have the power over fate itself, and after hearing your story, I have no doubt in this now. It was broken into 3 shards long ago to protect the world from its power, and we relied on one of them to sustain this place ever since the void came and destroyed the surface. We thought the other shards were lost, but with yours, we may have hope of surviving this. Are you planning on dealing with the void? Elder Panion is an expert in using the shard's might. He will be able to see if we can weaponize it against the void, yet I've received word that his study in the last archive is under attack even as we speak. We may be out of time. What can I do? Go get him! Everyone here is either too old or too injured to go warn Elder Panion, except for you. His study is to the right of here, inside the last archive. Please find him and tell him to return here before something terrible befalls him. Sure.
Well.
Why can I refuse? What would that even do? Like, I know Grim Dawn has like a faction system that maybe you can do that sort of thing in, but in this one, I don't know.
What?
Oh, I know why you're here, and I'll accept your thanks by allowing you to repay me with a favor. What? I know this looks grim, but we have to keep hope. We must believe that we'll survive to this, and I'll survive this. I believe in our survival so much that I need you to go to my quarters in the upper district and find my ledger. Why do you need your ledger at a time like this? Oh, just in case any fools think that this disaster somehow erases the debts they owe me. In return, share one of the trinkets I liberated from the slums before I rescued you. Also, I don't want to have to save your hide with portals, with a portal again. Let me show you how to open one yourself. Portal. Yes, a portal. Simple cantrip anyone with half an inkling of arcane aptitude should be able to do in their sleep. If you are clever, you would have been able to conjure one after watching me back there. I'll take you back to a place you regard as safe, such as the council chambers. Bah. Can I just say no? No.
Go on, then. Bah.
I don't need portals. Screw you. Okay, what else we got around here? We got a lot of stuff, much of which I don't think I'm going to mess with. So... Interesting. What is this? Rune door. Sealed by a powerful rune. Well, I can't get in there. Okay, what are you?
Greetings.
Undo past action of yours for a price.
Do not
So,
dwell on
respec.
regrets.
Training dummy.
Yes.
Let's see. So, store if I want to sell a bunch of things. Cool. I guess I'm just going to very quickly, swap some of my gear around. Not that I really care about too much of this stuff. That's better. I wonder if that actually, wait, does that? Yes, it does change my appearance. That's huge, actually. I mean, a lot of these games, that's pretty standard for these games, but at the same time, I don't know. It feels wrong playing one of these games where it doesn't, switching your arm around, doesn't change how you look.
Follow
That's
your
not
feet.
great. Whoops.
Yes?
Hi. Chance to slow and hit. The problem is it's like just not helpful. I'm not doing melee. Warriors, Caged Souls of Life. So, less health regen, intelligence, casting speed, health regen, but I get ward retention, physical damage, minion damage, health, ward gain on potion. Oh, but this increases minion damage by a lot. The other one's more for casting. I am kind of trying to be a caster. And I'm going to grab the Cryomancer staff just because, like I said, I'm not going melee. I love the idea of going melee. In one of these games. like being a mana caster. I think that's really cool. Throwing attack damage. Let's go for the chance to ignite on hit all the same. Oops, I didn't want that. It's probably, shift right click to buy or sell. Got it. And is there sword items? Yes. Oh, this has everything I'm looking for and more. All right. Well, I can safely say this is probably going to be the best of the hack and slash action RPGs I play all night. Not to say that the other ones are actually bad. Yeah, let's go get this quest all the same.
What?
But this is incredible. I had actually originally
Go on then.
I hate him.
These items might be your best bet.
Oh, gamble. 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 I don't need a quiver. What do we need? I need a hat. A hat that doesn't make me look like a weird cursed gimp person. How much money do I have? I got 1,000. Well, everything is too expensive for me. Never mind. Goodbye, gamble man. You're useless to me. Alright, let's go take a look at this, and then I'll kind of give my closing thoughts, so I'm not just standing around. Yeah, you can shift right click to sell and buy. Yeah, I've just been using the controller. But this looks gorgeous. It plays really well. I love the fact that, yeah, it's got native controller support. It's a little clunky in that regard, which is a bit of a shame. That picking up stuff and interacting with the UI does not actually work very well. But it would need a pretty hefty UI redesign to really accommodate full controller support. Diablo 3 probably did it best, but it's fine. It's enough. It's enough for me, especially from the perspective of just wandering around hitting stuff. I think that's okay. Go to Ezra's library. There we go. Transfer crafting items in your inventory is also helpful. Good to know. Can I just do that now? Oh yeah, so I can. Sent to the forge. That is helpful. Thank you. Okay, so we want to head for the ledger. Though, I mean, once again, to some degree... Oh, no, that's one of them. I thought for a second I had a skeleton mage that just had kick-ass lightning bolts. Holy shit, those lightning bolts look great! Like, one of the reasons why I liked Wilson was because the special effects on the attacks looked really good. In a way that, like, Diablo didn't really do for me. This, on the other hand, looks incredibly nice. I don't know. I might have to give Tywin Lannister a shot when the official game comes out. Big boom. Get blasty. Let's see. But yeah, the music is good. The voice acting is a little rough and also kind of non-existent, but I'll, you know what, whatever. I don't play these games necessarily for the story anyway, so it's kind of, that's the biggest quibble. And I'm loving the character customization. The fact that, let's see, Shrine of the Ice Beetle. Sure, why not? Summons a buddy. Oh, 2 buddies, in fact. But there is a lot to love about this. And hopefully they're not going to have like an absolutely miserable early access 1.0 launch. I mean, assuming since the game's already online, chances are their servers aren't going to get absolutely buried. Or when the game comes out 1.0, it's going to just see a ton of new players and then get buried. I'm not sure. Suffice to say, though, very positive about this one, and I can't wait to play more of it. I don't know when I'm going to come back, mainly just because I don't actually have a lot of time anymore. There's just too many video games, and I think my talents are better spent maybe not finishing as many games and maybe a little bit more focused on featuring them. Oh, we already found the ledger. Wow, that was easy. I cannot get over how beautiful the background art for this game is. Oh, Wilson actually has new modifiers for abilities. I might give it a shot. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna keep playing if I don't close this out. But I think I've said all that needs to be said as far as today. That's where the portal is, I'm assuming. Last Epoch is available on Steam. It's in version 0.83 or something like that, which means it seems like they're getting kind of close to a 1.0. But at the same time, I think they should take all of the time that they need. This game is fantastic, and it would be such a shame if they started rushing it at the finish line, rushing to reach the finish line.
Feel my wrath.
Because that would just, you know, that would take away all of the sheer level of quality and just impressive work that's gone into this. I'd mentioned wanting to do a hardcore race of one of these games. I think this might actually be the contender. That when this hits 1.0, I'll do a hardcore race with somebody, probably. Let's see. But, with all of that said, for those of you watching on YouTube at least, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more hack-and-slash action RPGs, especially this week, but also just rad new indie games every single day, hit subscribe, because, yeah, I got tons of them to check out, always. But for now, let's move on to the next, before I keep playing more of this game. I am going to play this game. I don't think I'm going to play it on camera necessarily, but I'm going to play more of this game. It won't let me exit to desktop. The controller, it's like, no.